I was zochet to go to a few of the Batei Avel, and I heard Dvarim Noraim, and it seems that the 45 were also special, each and every one. And I'd like to share a few lessons from a 13-and-a-half-year-old who was in Kita Ched, 8th grade, on his way to Yeshiva Ktana, or Alchanan, Ozzy Koltai, Elazar Yitzchak, called Ozzy, and he seemed like an extremely special child. I'd like to share some lessons from him, give a word of nechama generally, and make a suggestion. So, just a few things that his father said that he would put on his tefillin at home. Tefillin he started wearing within a year or so. He wouldn't say a word, not even Kodesh. Go to shul, come home, take them off, but nothing in between. You know, he took that simple lesson, you don't speak Dvarim B'Telem in your tefillin, and he took it out of Sof. Okay, 1. 2, and this is from an American family of Olim, it seems. Here, the Reb Chaim Kanievsky is against short sleeve shirts, which I happen to be wearing right now. That's it, no more short sleeve shirts, Mom. Get rid of them. And he wanted her to get rid of all of them. She said, let's keep 3. And for Kibbutz Name, we kept 3 shirts. The Tmimus. Gadol Hador says something, you listen. Amazing. Now, you get an impression, a kid like that who walks around with his tefillin without saying anything. You get the feeling maybe he's a little bit of a rough, not well-integrated young man. But mamish, the opposite is true. The postman said that he used to help him. The postman comes with all these things he has to put into each individual mailbox. Who would help him? Ozzy would help him into each mailbox. Friendly to everybody, children, older people. Ran away from machlokas, ran away from lashon hara. The kabbalah did some work in the house, and he said in 35 years he didn't get a comment like this from his Arab workers. The Arab workers noticed what a friendly kid this Ozzy was, and so that's just some words of praise of this whole special soul. We all need a little bit of nechama. So I heard something which I think is a great nechama for all of us that was said, I think, there, and it was that Reb Shimon, you think about these 45 Kedoshim, right? There's no doubt that they have a special place with Reb Shimon. Reb Shimon has a lot of status up above. And these are his special neshamas. These are his 45 chavra. These are his chayalim, his people, that their lives went away on his day. There's no doubt that Reb Shimon is mamish taking care of them and taking them to the greatest places. I think that gives a lot of nechama. And finally, just his father was saying how Ozzy cared so much about little things, and when I wanted to add from what he was saying, there were no little things by him. The Arab worker and the postman is together with the tefillin and the short sleeve shirts, and maybe we could all be makabel for 2 weeks. Life is a hard thing. 2 weeks, we can make a decision afterwards to extend another 2 weeks, but to makabel one hanhaga, one pashut hanhaga, one action that we're not so careful about. Maybe you could say one bracha without moving around. Maybe we could go learn 10 minutes without looking at our phone one time. Each one where he's at. Maybe one chesed totally focused on someone, but something shorter. One, say one good morning with full Abbas Yisrael to do for the next 2 weeks. I have in mind something for myself. I'm going to start together with you on Wednesday, and let's for 2 weeks for the 45 Kedoshim do one change. Not everybody's thinking about tshuva, everybody's thinking about ideas, and then often it doesn't go anywhere. Let's make one thing that we do and do it right for 2 weeks, from Wednesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Wednesday, and that should be an Ilui Neshama for them. As they're being sameach with Reb Shimon above, they should even get to bring a higher joy to them and a higher joy to Reb Shimon and the whole Chavraya Kedisha Lamala, and Klai Yisrael should know no more tzaras.